What's going on, guys? My name is Rich here, bringing you the post-game video to the Sugar Bowl, which might go down in all-time bowl history as being one of the best bowls, maybe in history. I'm not very good with history, but this one, it was a barn burner, and the upset happened. Ohio State beat Alabama. At the beginning, it looked like Bama was going to run away with it, kind of like Oregon did. You know, they were up 21-6, I believe, and Florida State started getting some momentum and building, or Ohio State started getting momentum and building, and you know, they ended up pulling up the upset, you know, and I think, just Urban Meyer, you know, I don't, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Urban Meyer, but he knows what he's doing. You're on your third-string quarterback, and honestly, third-string quarterback, you wouldn't believe, you know, how a third-string quarterback could come in and, you know, perform as he did. But that surrounding cast around him is very good. A lot of them don't get mentioned because a lot of it's around the quarterback. But you know, they had the deep threat and the Ellington. I don't know. He ran all over them, so I'm not for sure. But he busted one there in the fourth quarter, you know, and pretty much sealed the deal there. There at the end, I thought Ohio State was trying to lose the game. I mean, they threw it on first down and, you know, didn't take much time off, but that defense held strong there at the end. And after every time Ohio State scored there, they ended up giving up a touchdown, which, you know, I didn't understand that. And but I guess they held through whenever they did, and they intercepted the Hail Mary at the end of the game. One thing that did... you know, I think I said this in my pregame video that Blake Sims in a neutral site did not do very good. I knew that he wouldn't. He's a lot better at home, obviously, and he's not as good as on the road, but he's also not that good on neutral sites. And when you play a pretty good team, actually a very good team, you know, I'm underrating Ohio State, but they definitely did turn around and upset the number one team in the nation, and you know, you got to give them props, and you know, you know, I wonder what the ESPNs will talk about, you know, because they're old godly Ohio or Alabama lost, you know, and they talk about how great the SEC is, but they're not even going to be in the playoff. They're not even going to be in the championship game. So. And at one point earlier in the year, they had 4 SEC teams in the playoffs. So you see how that goes. But I don't know. I'd like to make a separate video about the SEC. I do think the skill gap has closed a little bit. How much further they were 2 or 3 years ago, they were leaps and bounds ahead of all the other conferences. But I believe that, you know, with recruiting and, you know, getting kids to come. I believe that, you know, it's shrinking a little bit, or maybe a lot. I'm not for sure, but this is about the SEC. This is about Alabama losing to Ohio State, and maybe you know, Urban Meyer had his guys ready to come in there, and they played tough. They played tough ball, and they ended up winning. There's nothing else you could have asked of a team. You know, the turnovers. Blake Sims did throw, I believe, 3 interceptions, if not 4. And they're very bad throwing balls, you know, and a couple, you know, passes that, you know, didn't go toward Amari Cooper when, you know, they went to DeAndre White. And when you look back at the replay, he really wasn't double covered much. And I don't understand. Amari Cooper is the best college football wide receiver. I mean, in hardware-wise, with him winning the Blitnikoff, and honestly, on screen, visualize, he's the best wide receiver in the nation. And that's coming from somebody who watched Kevin White in all his games, knowing a good receiver. And Amari Cooper is one of the best and probably be taken in the first round of the draft if I believe he's a senior, so he'll be in the draft. So, you know, you look at all those things, and, you know, Alabama just had too many turnovers, and, you know, Ohio State really capitalized on some of them, but, you know, third down was a really big key in the first half. Ohio State capitalizing on third downs, and, you know, there at the beginning, you know, Alabama had the bend don't break defense, you know, in the red zone, but, you know, if you're not in the red zone to stop them and they throw the deep ball, you know, the wide receiver caught a couple big deep balls. So I mean, you're you're not in the red zone, I guess you can't play good red zone defense. I mean, I guess that's a key to that one. But so we'll have Ohio State and Oregon, which is probably gonna be a pretty good matchup. We'll see what these coaches can do in their weeks. I think they got 1 week until the next game, but it's going to be a good one, and I think this whole playoff system was good. I know Florida State didn't show up very well, but you know, the other 3 teams deserve to be in there. So you know, so national championship game will be Oregon versus Ohio State, 2 seed and 4 seed. So you can say what you want to say, but I'm looking forward to this one. I'm making a pregame video and a postgame video, so be sure to tune back in. Appreciate your thoughts in the comment section, good or bad. I really don't care. I'm not. I don't dislike the ACC. It's just funny how ESPN decides to think they're the best in the world when they didn't even make it to the national championship this year. Suck. Anyways, that's really about it. Mountain River signing out. Peace.